brother. Oh, they must know I'm their hero.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right. Good morning, SVG. We are here. Well, I am here with you for today's Activating Mornings. Yes, flying a bit solo today. All right. So it is, well, it seems like the rain has held up. At least from my vantage point, it seems that way. So let's hoping that everybody is doing okay. I didn't fully get to go on social media in between leaving home and being here to see what all has happened. I know that one person indicated to me that I think a house in Rockies, I think it's Rockies he mentioned, that was washed away. I know that this morning when I left home, so I normally joke around and say that whenever it rains heavily, that my hill becomes a river because there's a significant amount of water that rushes off of that hill. And, you know, leaving home thinking, okay, I'm going to be okay. It's just water I'm going to meet. Nah. I was met with dislodged rocks, dislodged blocks, dislodged muck, dislodged stones, etc. Grass, etc. Everything was just dislodged. And, given that it was very early in the morning, not a man was in sight, so I had to be there trying to roll these rocks out to the road so that I could pass to get into work, So, and that's why I made the call earlier that persons within your communities, if you, just step out early and see what work might need to be done to just make it a little bit easier for those within your community to access the roads in particular. Because this morning, while it might take a man one heave to move a stone, it took me like 5 heaves, right? I was really struggling this morning, but I couldn't call anybody because of the time that it was. So yes, we are going to be met, or I'm sure that we are going to note that in different communities, a lot of rocks, sand, stones, and debris may have been washed down as a result of the heavy water flow. All right, so it's just for us to be mindful of that. So my road in Crab Hole, Clay Valley, I've always talked about this road and I continue to speak about the road, but it's significantly deteriorated overnight, right? It's never really been in a good condition and significantly deteriorated because of the flow of heavy water moving along it. So I'm sure that many other persons in different communities, they too would have their stories in terms of our reports of what has happened within their communities, right? So I know that many times we want to have persons come in to clean up, but sometimes we could just take the initiative on our own to try to get our communities back to a proper state, right? And I suppose in the same breath, I should probably speak on the fact that, especially when construction is going on, sometimes we don't always know when there is going to be a heavy downpour of rain, right? So things like having loose sand, just like that, on a road or on a hill, we have to be mindful that we're not always going to know when it's going to rain heavily. So sometimes it's just about securing whatever sand or whatever stone that you have so that it doesn't become a problem for other motorists or even persons walking on these roads. All right. So I trust that everybody who is listening at this time, that you had a relatively good night. I know at one point last night I was just tired and just wanted for the rain to stop, right? I noted that there are some persons who still suffer a little bit of trauma from Hurricane Beryl. I know that my goddaughter's grandmother told me that, well, one of my goddaughters, that whenever my goddaughter hears it raining heavily, that she begins to get frightened because of what she went through with Beryl, right? So I know that most definitely cannot be possibly easy for persons within the Southern Grenadines and even persons here on mainland. All right. So I know that we still have that little bit of trauma. I still have a little bit of I still get a little bit worried whenever it rains heavily as a result of the December 2013 floods that happened. I wasn't personally affected, but because of what happened, here in the country, whenever it rains heavily, I get worried most of the other persons who might find themselves in situations or in home places where it's not as secure and not as stable. But many of us, in one way, directly or indirectly, we may be affected whenever it rains heavily in terms of how we mentally cope with it. So I'm just hoping that everybody had a good night and the persons are up and ready to get going for another Tuesday morning. All right. So just remember to be safe on the roads, everyone. Take your time. Van drivers, take your time. There's absolutely no reason for you to be speeding. Take your time on the roads. Remember, when you're driving as well, to what may look like a small puddle, by the time you drive into it, you realize that it's deep and then you're splashing water on persons, right? So just think about other persons for drivers as you are heading out. All right, so just want to say good morning to the persons there on the live, and Joshua, George, the community that I'm speaking of is Clare Valley, and Joycelyn, who are there on the live, as well as those of you who are listening within your private transportation, whether you're in the vans, however it is that you're hearing, so whether you're in a truck, in a trailer. Good morning to those of you who are listening to at this time. All right. So just to note that today is International Men's Day. Right? No, I'm not even sure how many persons remember this. And I sort of beef every year with the fact that International Men's Day comes around. And we had the hair of the fanfare that goes along with it, as we hear with women, International Women's Day. All right, so it is International Men's Day already. I have a man facing me right now. So just want to say good morning to him, but you'll hear a little bit more about that. We have an interview, our panel discussion this morning, centering on the theme of International Men's Day, and it will be men speaking to men. I can just be controlling the station, right? But men speaking to men primarily. So you want to stay tuned for that interview coming up at 8. All right. So to note that today is International Men's Day, and the theme for this year is positive male role models. Now, International Men's Day is celebrated every year on November 19th. All right. So I don't know why it is we don't hear the fanfare, because we know that it's coming up every year on the 19th of November. All right. So just to know that this is a day to address important issues related to men's health, men's well-being, gender equality, thereby encouraging positive role models and fostering discussions around the challenges that men face in today's world. Now, yes, we may look at men in a particular way, as they always have everything together. They are always strong. They're this, they're that. All the positive words that we like to attribute to them. But we also do have to remember that men are also human, and many of the same things that we as women go through, they go through it as well. They may not be as vocal about it, but they too go through it, right? And I think that this is why it is that it annoys me with the fact that it's not as celebrated, because people like me need to find a proper husband, right? And if men don't feel as if they are supported, if they don't feel as if they are loved, if they don't feel as if they are going to be encouraged, and the same way that we push women to be better and to do more with themselves and with their lives, the same thing has to be extended to men. All right. So it really does bother me a lot when I see that this day isn't as celebrated. It isn't as out there as much. I can't even tell you that I've seen a flyer or a poster beforehand in recognition or in support of International Men's Day. I guess I'm going to see them later on today, but in terms of activities geared towards them, I haven't seen it. And now maybe it's because I really don't spend that much time on social media, so they may be out there. So I am subject to correction, but the push isn't as there as it is for women. And if we are going to talk about the genders supporting each other, we have to put as much effort into our men as we do with our women, because we both need to coexist. We both need to be able to make contributions to national development. So we have to focus on that. All right. I see somebody calling. All right. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Alicia. Morning.
Morning. How do you do? Happy International Men's Day.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Dianna?
Oh, she's not here. It's me alone today.
Oh, you're home alone?
I'm home alone. Yes.
Dianna trick you? Dianna the home cuddle up?
Nah, I don't think that's what she's doing.
Okay, well, just heckling.
Uh-huh.
I hope she have a great day, and I hope everything on she side is safe. I just want to send out condolences to the family in Rockies. We lose the house this morning. Family of 5. It's Deborah Ashton. Yes, they lose the house about 1 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Completely washed away. 5 of them. They lost everything, every single thing. It's just what they had in the back, they save. So sad.
It is.
Yes, but I understand the representative say he already called the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister done say, well, he's going to come to the assistance and think when later up in the day, see what he can do for them and help them out as much as he can.
Okay.
See what he could. Yes, but they lost everything. But at least they lost everything. That this is a material thing. Thank God no life lost in it.
Correct.
That's the main thing. Once no life go with it.
Once you have life, you have hope. So that's it.
Hope. Yes.
All right.
Yes. So praise goes out for them.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
So, Roleza, you have a blessed day today.
You too. And buy a cake for yourself and celebrate your day, right? If nobody ain't getting no cake, buy the cake for yourself and celebrate your day today, okay?
But I know think he
I can buy the cake. If I reach upside down. Right, if I reach outside, I'll call up for you.
All right, you have a great day, and I hope that you will we get fixed very soon for you.
I'm taking a deep breath with that one.
Yes, ma'am, because them things is easy, when it's literally not a serious thing to happen. It will be very difficult, especially in the night. And just what you're saying today, how you have to roll with stone and things, them being very harsh, At least even they could have paved it so and put a gutter each side of the road that the water could get road to walk and not on the road, so that you could get. Yes.
Yeah.
But I hope the authorities take that and come in and deal with it as quick as possible for you all in the area.
Yeah. Appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
So you have a blessed day.
All right, you as well. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to jump out at this time as it is 7:35, or close to 7:35, and we are going to head into today's traffic talk. All right. So don't you go anywhere.